She told me the exact moment she fell for him. It wasn't a candlelit dinner. It wasn't a clever compliment. It wasn't even their first kiss. It was a hug. One single hug that lasted maybe 15 seconds. And when I asked her what made that hug different from every other hug she had ever received in her entire life, she said 5 words that honestly changed the way I think about attraction forever. She said, "He hugged me on purpose, not by accident, not automatically, not socially, on purpose." Now, as a woman who immediately understood exactly what she meant, I'm going to break down the 4 things he did in that hug and why most men will never figure this out without someone spelling it out for them. But before we get into the techniques, let me give you a number that should genuinely make you pause. According to research from Carnegie Mellon University, people who receive frequent, meaningful hugs are 40% more resistant to stress-related illness. 40%. That's not romantic poetry. That's biology. A hug done properly can literally strengthen the immune system. But here's what most people don't realize, and this is the part nobody talks about. The quality of the hug matters far more than the frequency. 100 distracted, half-hearted mechanical hugs do less for the body and brain than one single hug delivered with intention, presence, and awareness. And yet, and this genuinely baffles me, most men treat hugging a woman the same way they treat shaking hands with their accountant. Quick, mechanical, forgettable, arms go up, arms go around, pat, pat, arms come down. Over before her nervous system even had time to register that something meaningful just happened. It's the physical equivalent of someone starting to tell you an incredible story and then walking away mid-sentence. Here's what you need to understand before we go any further. A hug is not just a greeting. It's not just a goodbye. For women, a hug is information. It tells us whether you're confident or uncertain. It tells us whether you're present or distracted. It tells us whether you see us as special or interchangeable. And all of that is communicated in seconds through your body. Most men are broadcasting the wrong message without even realizing it. So today, I'm giving you 4 specific techniques that turn an ordinary hug into something a woman physically cannot stop thinking about. And here's my promise. By the time we get to the 4th one, you'll understand why women sometimes say things like, "I don't know. There was just something about him." That something isn't magic. It isn't luck. It's biology combined with intention. And after this video, you'll have both. So if you're already finding this helpful, take 2 seconds right now, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel, because we break down attraction and psychology in a way most people never hear explained. Now let's get into it. Technique number 1, the gravity pull. Slow the approach. Here's something funny. Ask a man how he approaches a hug, and he'll probably say, "I just hug her." Exactly. That's the problem. No thought, no design, no architecture, and women feel that absence of thought instantly. The first difference between a forgettable hug and an unforgettable one happens before you even touch her. It's your approach speed. When someone rushes toward you with arms wide open, what does your body instinctively do? It braces. Even if you consciously know it's friendly, your nervous system registers fast approach as something to prepare for. Your shoulders tighten slightly. Your breath pauses. Your muscles firm up. There's an entire field of research on human spatial behavior called proxemics, pioneered by Edward T. Hall. His work showed that the speed at which someone enters your personal space directly affects whether you feel safe or threatened. So when a man rushes into a hug, he unknowingly triggers a micro-stress response. Tiny, subtle, but real. Now compare that to a man who slows down. Not awkwardly, not hesitantly, but deliberately. Calm, controlled, grounded. There's a huge difference between slow and nervous and slow and confident. Confident slowness communicates control. It says, "I'm not rushing because I don't need to." And that energy, women feel it instantly. There's powerful nervous system research behind this too. Dr. Stephen Porges developed something called polyvagal theory, which explains how our bodies shift between defense mode and connection mode. When your movements are calm and steady, her nervous system shifts into what's called a safety state. And you cannot create desire in a woman whose body feels on guard. Slow approach, that's a safety. Safety, that's openness. Openness, that's attraction, has space to grow. So before you even wrap your arms around her, slow down. Make the hug feel inevitable. like gravity pulling two bodies together. Technique number 2, the asymmetric hold. Now let's talk about what happens once contact is made. Most hugs follow the exact same boring pattern. Both people wrap their arms around each other at the same height. Symmetrical, balanced, neutral. This is what I call the buddy hug. It's friendly, it's safe, it generates zero polarity, and symmetry kills tension. Attraction thrives on polarity, contrast between energies. The solution? The asymmetric hold. Instead of placing both arms at the same level, place one arm high around her upper back or shoulders, one arm low around her waist or lower back. This creates an enveloping shape. She's not just being touched at one level, she's being gathered, not dominated, not controlled, held. Research published in the journal Psychoneuroendocrinology found that full contact enveloping hugs produce significantly higher oxytocin release than partial contact hugs. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. It's the chemical that makes a moment feel warm, safe, meaningful. The asymmetric hold naturally increases full body contact and creates that hormonal response. It also subtly communicates structure. You become the anchor. And on a deeply instinctive level, that triggers something powerful. One of my friends, completely unaware he was doing this, kept getting told he gave the best hugs ever. He thought it was because he was warm. It wasn't warmth, it was geometry. Now you can create that effect intentionally. Technique number 3, the exhale anchor. This is the game changer. This is the one that almost feels unfair. It's not about your arms, it's about your breath. Humans constantly co-regulate. Our nervous systems sync up with the people we're close to. A study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that couples physically touching synchronize their breathing rhythms within 10 to 15 seconds, and the person with the slower, steadier breathing pattern leads. So here's what you do. While holding her, take one slow, steady exhale. Not a dramatic sigh, not exaggerated, just a calm, grounded exhale. That single breath does 3 things. It lowers your heart rate. Her body subconsciously mirrors your breathing. Your scent reaches her at the exact moment her nervous system feels safe. Here's the wild part. Scent bypasses logical processing and goes straight to the emotional centers of the brain, which means your scent gets linked to whatever she's feeling in that moment. If she feels safe, warm, connected, your presence becomes emotionally encoded. Weeks later, if she smells something similar, she won't think. She'll feel, and most men completely sabotage this by holding their breath during a hug because they're nervous. They communicate tension, then wonder why she felt stiff. One breath changes the entire dynamic. Technique number 4, the delayed separation. Now this is where desire lingers. Most men end the hug first. 2 seconds in, 3 seconds. Pull away. That subtle action communicates, I've had enough, even if you don't mean it that way. The 4th technique is simple. Don't end the hug first. Hold for 1 beat longer than expected. Let her initiate separation, and when she does, release slowly. Don't snap your arms back. Let your hands trail lightly as you separate. There's powerful psychology behind this too. The Zeigarnik effect shows that incomplete experiences stick in the mind longer than completed ones. When the hug ends gradually, not abruptly, her brain registers it as slightly unfinished. And unfinished experiences loop. She replays it, feels it again, thinks about it again. Desire doesn't live inside the contact. It lives in the echo after. Let's put it all together. You now have the gravity pull, slow, confident approach, the asymmetric hold, create polarity and bonding, the exhale anchor, sync nervous systems and encode memory, the delayed separation, let the moment linger. None of these require money. None require perfect looks. None require memorized lines. They require intention. That's it. The men women remember are not the ones who rush through moments. They're the ones who treat small moments as meaningful because we notice. We always notice. Now, before you click away, listen carefully. Everything I just taught you works beautifully when a woman is already open to you. But what if she's sending signals that she's craving connection and you're missing them? What if she's subtly trying to get your attention and you're completely blind to it? I made a full breakdown video explaining exactly how women signal when they haven't been intimate in a long time. And the signs are subtle but obvious once you know what to look for. It's called When a Woman Hasn't Been Intimate in a Long Time, She Does This. It might genuinely be the most important thing you watch this month, because what good is the perfect hug? If you can't even recognize the woman hoping you'll give her one, that video is on your screen right now. Tap it, watch it. And if this helped you understand attraction on a deeper level, like the video and subscribe to the channel because we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one.